please. Good evening and a very warm welcome to everyone. On behalf of the Mizuho India-Japan Study Center, a center of excellence at IIM Bangalore, it is my privilege to welcome you all to the 8th Foundation Day celebrations. This year, our theme is Connect, Explore and Develop in order to strengthen India-Japan collaboration in business and sustainability. We have brought together leaders from academia and industry to reflect on our achievements till date, engage on possible collaborations, and envision the future which we can all build together. To open today's proceedings, it is my honor to present a video message from the Chairperson of MIJSC, Professor Jaideep Sarkar, who is unable to be with us in person today. Through this address, he extends his welcome to all.
I extend a warm welcome to all of you gathered here today on the 8th Foundation Day of the Mizuho India-Japan Study Center. I thank you for joining us on this happy occasion. In the past few years, the Mizuho India-Japan Study Center has considerably expanded its activities. We have introduced a Japanese language and business study program, an expanded lean manufacturing study program for engineering colleges, executive programs to teach Japanese management principles to Indian executives. We now have substantial contacts with a number of Japanese universities. We have introduced new courses on Japan for the MBA students, and we have started publishing white papers on subjects of interest to decision makers. So these are just some of the activities that have engaged our center in the recent past. Before I continue, I would like to place on record the center's deep appreciation to the management of the Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore. In particular, the previous director, Professor Hrishikesh Krishnan, and the present director, Professor Dinesh Kumar. They have provided a very able leadership, guidance, and latitude to the center. I also wish to extend a warm welcome to the new Dean Faculty, Professor Saurav Mukherjee. We look forward to working with him to expand the center's activities. Coming back to these activities, I wish to say that it is not an easy task to kick off these activities, and now we have the more challenging task of sustaining them and, dare I say, expanding them. And the reason for this really is that we continue to have a westward focus. Our eyes are still focused on the West, in particular the United States. But I think that intelligent people will assess clearly what is going on in the United States today. And I think that it would be a mistake to think that what is happening there today is a temporary phenomenon that will last for another 3.5 years. I think they are shutting down their doors. A similar thing is probably going to happen in Europe, and we are all witnessing the intense political struggles there against immigration. And therefore, I think countries like India must now shift their focus from the West in a more meaningful way to the East. And if I look East, I think Japan really stands out as a potential partner. I'll make a few quick points. It is true that for many decades post the 1990, the Japanese economy was in a slump, and they went through what is termed the lost decades. But in the last few years, I think the Japanese have found a renewed national purpose. Their stock market is back at record levels. Their companies are flush with cash, And they have started dealing with some of their national problems, in particular the labor shortage and aging, through a very innovative national program called Society 5.0, and I encourage all of you to read about it. How does a country prosper and grow when its working population is set to decline by 40%? With the shrinking market in Japan, Japanese companies are globalizing rapidly, and this, I think, will provide many opportunities for engagement with India. Secondly, I wish to point out that from our experience of dealing with Japanese universities, many of them are really top class. I wonder how many of you have heard of Nagoya University, for example. Perhaps not that many. But last year I happened to visit and stay there for an extended period of time. It's a wonderful university, a wonderful campus. And as you enter the campus, on the left-hand side, there is a exhibition hall where they honor 6 Nobel laureates who are alumni of Nagoya University. When I happened to meet the president of the university, he told me that there are only 20 Indian students and 1,600 Chinese students. And he said that they are very keen to attract Indian students. I think it's a great place for education, for academic collaboration. The fees are very reasonable. It's a very benign environment. Visas are easy to get, and there are job opportunities post-studies. The last factor I'd like to talk about is the burgeoning growth in our bilateral relations. Just recently, our Prime Minister visited Japan. The leaders have a yearly summit, and among the outcomes was a new India-Japan AI initiative, an enhanced digital partnership 2.0, huge private investment plan from Japan into India, and the exchange of 500,000 personnel between the two countries over the next 5 years. And this includes the dispatch of 50,000 skilled and semi-skilled Indians to Japan. So I think that with all that is happening in Japan and the world, we must take serious note of the opportunities that exist for our students, for our scholars, for our professionals, for our businessmen in enhancing stakes in Japan, in doing business with Japan, in learning about Japan, in partnering with Japan. And in all these endeavors, the center will be fully with you. So my message to the people gathered here today and the larger community who might have a stake in Japan, take a bet on Japan. Thank you very much.
Professor Sarkar was formerly an ambassador at the Indian Institute, at the Indian Foreign Service. So his message comes from a very strategic level. We now turn to the person who drives the center's academic and business initiatives with an industry academia lens. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Saideep Rathnam, Chief Operating Officer of MIJSC, an industry veteran and now an academic leader, to set the context for today's deliberations.
After that strategic and forest level perspective from the chairperson, I want to give you a lower down perspective about what we have today for you on the 8th Foundation Day of the Center of Excellence at IIM Bangalore. 8 years ago, this center was born or brought into this world with a powerful vision to build bridges between these two great countries. And today, we are happy to share that it has indeed become a vibrant hub of knowledge, of collaboration, and of cultural exchange at various levels of society. This year is particularly good and very special because the number 8 has a, I would say, magical significance in both cultures, both Japan and in India. In Japan, the character 8, Hachi, as it said, opens outwards and symbolizes both growth and prosperity. In India too, the number 8 has a special significance and is associated with both balance and cosmic order. So, what better symbol for a center that continues to expand and continues to grow in its reach and impact year after year over the past 8 years. As a Japanese proverb goes, Ichigo Ichii, loosely translated, every encounter is once in a lifetime. Today's gathering is exactly that. It is a precious moment, reminding us to value the opportunities that we can all create together. As you will see, the largely attended event where a lot of youngsters are sitting, and this note, what you heard from the chairperson and what you will see today, is an extension of those opportunities which we can explore together. We are privileged to have distinguished guests today here, industry leaders, scholars, students, and many well-wishers filling up this room. Your presence inspires us to carry this mission forward and with greater and greater passion. We are especially thankful for the presence of our beloved partners, Mizuho Bank, Toshiba Software, and BPL Medical Technologies. So, you will not only understand what we are doing here with your support, but also your presence will motivate us to do much better in the coming year and years. So as we celebrate, let us not only look back with pride, but also look ahead with ambition. The future of India-Japan collaboration holds immense promise in management, in innovation, in sustainability, and also in cultural exchange, as you will see at the end of this event that we have planned. Together, we can shape ideas that go far beyond our boundaries. We have an exciting program ahead today. We will have a short milestone video which captures the highlights of the journey that we have achieved, which our chairperson was talking about during these 8 years. We have a guest of honor from Japan who has sent his message, a video message for our understanding of his viewpoint. And we also have a keynote speaker from India who has joined us amongst us. They will share their insights about business, about culture, about sustainability. One important point that we will be working on today is to release some publications. We are a study center, which means it's a research center. So we will be releasing today, which is an annual event. Every year we release some publications. But this year is special because there are many new programs that we have launched or launching now. And brochures and flyers for these are being released today. We are privileged to have an IJCCI-K a coordinated Japanese cultural event later this evening, which would be the icing on the cake as far as this event is concerned. So on behalf of MIJSC and IIM Bangalore, I warmly welcome you again to this event, and thank you for being part of this celebration. Please enjoy this wonderful afternoon. Arigato gozaimasu, as they say in Japanese. Dhanyavad, and thank you.
Over the years, MIJSC has evolved more than a study center. It has become a meeting ground of opportunities, ideas, and cultural exchange between India and Japan. This year, we scaled existing programs and introduced new initiatives. We now present a short video highlighting the milestones that we have crossed and projects that we have on the anvil.
In 2017, at the Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, the Mizuho India-Japan Study Center was established, a center of excellence built with the vision to promote understanding of Japan in India and India in Japan. Supported by Mizuho Bank, one of Japan's leading financial institutions. Our mission is to be the preferred partner for engagement and interaction among the triple helix of academia, business, and government in India and Japan. Our leadership provides the foundation for this vision. Under the guidance of Professor Jaideep Sarkar, an accomplished diplomat and academic, and Mr. Saideep Rathnam, veteran of industry and education, the center is guided by experience that spans diplomacy, policy, and corporate transformation. MIJSC has evolved into more than a study center. It has become a meeting ground of ideas, cultures, and opportunities. This year, we launched new programs and scaled existing ones. Let us share these milestones with you. Research has been the core initiative at MIJSC. From faculty-led projects to international collaborations, our studies address themes of innovation, sustainability, and economic policy. Through initiatives such as the Distinguished In-Visitors Program, we bring eminent Japanese scholars into India. These residencies allow them to experience Indian industries and institutions firsthand, deepening the relevance and global impact of their work. Since 2019, MIJSC has supported multiple faculty projects, producing papers and publications in reputed international journals. Our monograph series, launched in 2021, has already published over 30 works capturing the evolving landscape of India-Japan engagement. We prepare tomorrow's leaders with Japan-focused courses. Business Planning for International Markets Japan equips students to navigate Japan's unique business environment. Understanding Contemporary Japan, launched in 2024, introduces IIMB students to Society 5.0 and the reinvention of Japan Inc. And through Agile UG, developed with Hiroshima University, 17 IIMB undergraduate students are gaining global entrepreneurship experience through international collaborative learning. We also play a pivotal role in India's manufacturing ecosystem. The Lean Manufacturing Practices program, launched in 2022, has trained faculty and students across engineering colleges to apply Japanese-inspired lean principles in real industrial environments. True collaboration is built on shared experience. Our immersion programs bring Japanese students, entrepreneurs, and business leaders into India. In February 2025, 65 MBA and EMBA students from Waseda University experienced India's innovation ecosystem, from digital payments to social enterprises like Mitti Cafe. In the same month, student entrepreneurs from Nagoya's Tongali program connected with Indian startups, sparking new possibilities for cross-border innovation. In November 2024, Meiji University students explored both Indian startups and heritage sites, learning lessons from technology and tradition. Our Japanese language conversation and culture program is now in its second cohort with over 50 participants. While theory is delivered through online classes, JLCC goes a step further, bringing language to life through workshops with native Japanese volunteers. Our seminars and webinars have become a global platform where knowledge flows freely between India and Japan. With over 40 sessions, 50 plus expert speakers, and thousands of viewers, we are bringing together innovative minds that shape the next big thing. Our interactions with government bodies further ensure that the academic and research insights translate into policy. From Osaka Prefecture to Greater Nagoya initiatives, we are shaping frameworks for talent exchange, investment, and bilateral cooperation. Our work is strengthened by industry partners such as Mizuho Bank, Toshiba Software, and BPL Technologies, and by academic partners who are the top universities in Japan like Keio, Meiji, Waseda, and Hiroshima universities. In just a few years, MIJSC has built a strong foundation of research, industry collaboration, academic exchange, and policy impact. But we know that good is not enough. Our ambition is to do great, to set new benchmarks in India-Japan collaboration. Our future initiatives span two frontiers, industry and academia. First, the Digital Enterprise Evaluation Platform Index, a SaaS and consultancy product to assess SMEs for excellence and connect Indian and Japanese enterprises, opening new doors for expansion across both countries. Second, the Lean Manufacturing Transformation. Building on the success of our Lean Manufacturing Practices program, we are now entering the next phase, training engineering faculty across India to become Lean consultants, empowering SMEs across India to adopt world-class efficiency practices. The next phase of Lean is not limited to factories. Our new Lean Agile program brings Lean and Agile practices into IT and software enterprises. By training teams to streamline workflows and boost productivity, we aim to accelerate India's software and digital economy. Finally, new executive education programs in Japanese management from just-in-time to Hoshin Kanri, equipping Indian business leaders with globally respected tools. On the academic side, we will launch the next phase of Japanese language and cultural training. The next phase will prepare students in real business and cultural practices, from boardroom etiquette to street-level fluency, including Romaji proficiency. We would like to sponsor books and research papers on the intersection of India and Japan. We are preparing to host international conferences and policy roundtables, ensuring our thought leadership influences global discourse. And through our new platform, Kizuna Sabha, we will invite young research enthusiasts to contribute scholarship on Japan, amplifying new voices and fresh perspectives. These initiatives are the next step in our journey. From digital platforms to lean transformation, from executive learning to cultural fluency, from research to policy influence, MIJSC is shaping the future of India-Japan collaboration. But the journey from good to great cannot be ours alone. We invite academia, industry, government, and young minds to join us to connect, develop, and explore.
Thank you. The voiceover was given by Ms. Soumya ma'am. So none of this would be possible without the constant support of the senior leadership of the Institute. It is my privilege to invite Director in charge of IIM Bangalore, Professor Dinesh Kumar, to share his remarks.
Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to the Foundation Day celebrations of Mizuho India-Japan Study Center. Both Professor Jaideep Sarkar and Saideep Rathnam gave elaborate activities of the center. And during his talk, Professor Sarkar mentioned why we should be looking for a stronger relationship with Japan. I think we already have the economic activities between Japan and India has been on the rise for last few decades. But my personal interest in Japan is Zen. I'm a big fan of Zen. In fact, currently I'm reading a book which is titled Zen and the Art of Simple Living. Why is that? Because, we always kind of appreciated the Japanese technology, right? But those who visit Japan will also probably, look at the culture, right? Look at the simplicity, look at the perfection. And where did all this come from, right? Maybe, probably Zen contributed that to a lot. What is Zen? It's basically a simplicity, right? How do you keep everything simple? And I like this story. This is about a story of a Zen monk. And I'm just giving you this story because we understand what we mean by simplicity. So the Zen monk one day goes to a market and he sees a farmer or like fisherman selling fish, but he has a basket of fish, and in front of that there's a board which says fresh fish sold here, right? And the monk asks him that nobody sells stale fish. Why do you write fresh fish, right? Then he agrees and then removes the word fresh. Now it says fish sold here. And then the monk again asks him, people who see at that basket, they know that it's a fish. What do they need to write fish? Then he agrees with the monk and then he removes the word fish. And now it says sold here. And the monk again asks him, you are sitting in a market with a basket full of fish in front of you. Is there a need to write that sold here? They know that you are trying to sell that fish. So he removes that and removes the entire word and sits just with the basket of fish in the market, because that's enough to communicate what you want to actually communicate, right? Simplicity is the highest form of sophistication. And if you can communicate or do anything in a very, very simple terms, that is the greatest sophistication. And I think we can learn that from Zen, right? So even though we actually take a lot of help from Japan for technology and so on, but I think as a society we can also benefit from Zen concept, although it went from India to China to Japan, but I think we can also learn from there, because Buddhism went from here to China and became Chan, and then from China it went to Japan, then it became Zen, right? So in addition to all the activities that we do, the exchanges of scholars, a lot of projects like what Saideep was mentioning, there could be a huge cultural learning that can happen between our countries, right? So that's probably also important point or aspect that we include as part of this Japan-India Study Center. And I'm sure the team will also put effort for that. Now, before I close, I would like to welcome all the dignitaries here. Mr. Sandeep Singh, who is going to give a talk, and all other guests from different supporting organizations and the students and colleagues. I hope this celebration will also give you a lot of things to take away, and probably you can come back and start interacting with the center more. Harigato gozaimasu, dhanyawad, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Professor, for correcting how even intellectual philosophies can also translate or influence business and management practices. And we also thank you for reinforcing our commitment to be a preferred partner in advancing India and Japan collaboration. We are now honored to welcome our guest of honor, Professor Tatsuya Terazawa, Chairman and CEO of the Institute of Energy Economics in Japan, who has kindly joined us virtually. Professor Terazawa has had a distinguished career in public service and energy policy, including his role as a senior advisor to the Cabinet Office of Japan during the COVID-19 response. Today, he shares his perspective on cooperation between Japan and India in the field of sustainable energy initiatives.
Good afternoon. My name is Tatsuya Terazawa, the Chairman and CEO of IIJ, the Institute of Energy Economics Japan. It is my great honor to have this opportunity to speak at the 8th Foundation Day of the Mizuho India-Japan Study Center. I would like to congratulate the 8th Foundation Day of MIJSC. I would also like to thank all of you who have made MIJSC so successful over the past 8 years. I regret that I cannot come to Bangalore to attend the Foundation Day with you today, but it is my pleasure to share with you the fact that I was here in Bangalore on April 30th, 2018, to visit the new office of MIJSC. At the time, I was the Director General for IT Policy at METI, the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry of the Japanese government. I recall the beautiful campus of IIMB, full of trees and flowers. I was impressed by the MIJSC office, new office, which has a distinct Japanese cultural flavor. The incubator center at IIMB was also very interesting, seeing many young, energetic entrepreneurs. I visited MIJSA together with the Minister of METI then, Hiroshige Seko. The original travel plan of the minister then was to fly to a new, huge gas field in the very north of Siberia, facing the Arctic Sea in Russia, and then flying into New Delhi to meet the ministers of the Indian government. Making a detour to Bangalore on his way to New Delhi was considered to be too tight and too challenging. But I strongly believe in the importance of strengthening the ties between the startup community in Bangalore and with Japan, and also to pay respect to the new office of MIJSC with the highest level of official from Japan. I was fortunate to be able to persuade Minister Seko to make a detour to Bangalore to visit MIJSC. I strongly believe that the visit was worth it. I feel the strong ties of fate connecting me from my visit 7 years ago to today's 8th Foundation Day. I have always believed in the huge potential of cooperation between India and Japan. There are very strong complementarities between the two countries. India has a very active startup ecosystem. Japan has a solid group of established firms which have the technology, capital, and access to the markets. Recognizing this complementarity, I led the signing of the Japan-India Startup Initiative between Minister Seko and the Minister of the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, METI, of the Indian government on May 1st, 2018, right after visiting the campus. The Japan-India Startup Hub was established in Bangalore based on this initiative. The Startup Hub continues to serve as a bridge between the Indian startup community and Japan. The new director, Naoto Nakadate, arrived in July to be based in Bangalore. He is seconded from METI. I believe that he is here today. So please contact him and capitalize on his network with METI and with the Japanese companies. IT or information technology determines the future of any country. But IT sector is very competitive. It is frankly not easy to compete with Silicon Valley or with China. As the Director General for IT Policy at METI, then I came to the conclusion that Japan needed a partner to compete in the IT sector. India was the natural choice for me. India, with its strength in software and the large number of very capable engineers, could complement the weakness of Japan. In turn, Japan could provide the capital and the technology, especially in hardware. It was clear that Japan and India had strong complementarities. I was then promoted to become the Vice Minister for International Affairs of METI. With this position, I had the honor of directly assisting the late Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. With this position, I was able to realize the Japan-India Digital Partnership Agreement when Prime Minister Modi visited Japan in October 2018. Under this partnership, I was able to launch the Japan-India Fund of Funds together with my great friend Mohandas Pai, who lives here in Bangalore, which was designed to invest more than 100 million US dollars to Indian VCs or venture capitals. The objective of this fund of funds was to help the growth of Indian startups, but also to help develop partnerships between Indian startups and Japanese established firms. I understand that the fund of funds has been very successful in helping the growth of hundreds of startups in India, as well as developing partnership between Indian startups and Japanese firms. On August 29th of this year, just last month, Prime Minister Modi visited Japan to see Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba. Many documents were signed between Japan and India on this occasion. The mutually complementary relationship between the two countries was recognized at the highest level. The joint statement between the two leaders recognized the launch of the new Japan-India Digital Partnership 2.0, which builds on the achievements of the original digital partnership agreed in 2018. The cooperation in IT now extends to the AI sector. The importance of the Japan-India Startup Initiative was reconfirmed. I am honored to learn that the initiatives that I was engaged in 7 years ago have been pursued and even strengthened with Prime Minister Modi's visit to Japan last month. The cooperation between the two countries extends beyond IT and startups. 10 trillion yen, or 70 billion US dollars of private investment from Japan to India is targeted for the next 5 years, which is doubling the scale of the past 5 years. Exchange of more than 500,000 personnel in both directions between India and Japan is targeted for the next 5 years. This includes 50,000 skilled personnel and potential talents from India to Japan. Young students and engineers attending this Foundation Day today are most welcome to come to Japan, study in Japan, and work in Japan. As the chairman of the energy think tank, IEJ, I must talk about energy as well. Energy sector is highlighted as one of the major areas of cooperation in the meeting between the two leaders. To address climate change, we need to make our energy cleaner. But at the same time, we need to support the economic growth and the rising living standards. We have to keep energy as affordable as possible. We will also have to strengthen our energy security at the same time. We should not depend upon a single dominant supplier. But satisfying these goals simultaneously is by no means easy. Japan cannot achieve these goals alone. But with our partnership, Japan and India can have a much better chance. India has rich solar power and a very large market. With Japan's technology and capital, green hydrogen ammonia, which is essential for the energy transition, can be produced with the solar power in India. Japan's technology can help modernize and strengthen the grid in India. As the global leader in energy efficiency, Japan has a lot to offer for India to enhance its energy efficiency. Japanese companies can help the transition from compressed natural gas used for vehicles to compressed biogas utilizing indigenous feedstocks, such as the waste coming from millions of cows in India. Japan can contribute to the development of nuclear power in India. Japan can also help make the use of coal much cleaner to minimize air pollution, which I understand is a major problem. On the other hand, India can provide the scale of the market to enhance the competitiveness of Japanese tech companies. India has rich solar power, which Japan does not have in abundance. Carbon credits can be developed in India with a scale which ensures, which can help and be transferred to Japan. Batteries can be manufactured in India with a scale which ensures the competitiveness of Japanese technologies. India can be an alternative source of critical minerals, which are vital for the energy transformation. India can be a manufacturing platform of clean energy technologies to be expanded into other markets in the global south, such as South Africa and South Asia and Africa. As was agreed between Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Shiba, the two countries share the same view, that the pathways to clean energy or carbon neutrality should be various, reflecting the unique circumstances of each country. It is often the case that a single pathway or that pathway is imposed on us by some leading global players. If India, as the leader of the global south, and Japan, as one of the leading industrialized countries and a major energy user, are united, we can have a larger voice, stronger voice in the global discussion about energy and climate change issues. I strongly believe that Japan and India can be excellent and indispensable partners in the energy transition, which is clearly the challenge of our generation and the generations to come. As I have been stressing, there are huge potential for cooperation between Japan and India. We are natural partners as we are mutually complementary. We share similar values. We respect each other's history, culture, and the people. The two leaders, Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Shiba, have just confirmed these points at the highest level. But to turn this potential to reality, we need active interactions between Japan and India in many sectors at multiple levels. MIJSC has been serving as the vital bridge between Japan and India to foster interactions between Japanese and Indian business and academic sectors. MIJSC has been advancing collaborative researches, supporting academic and cultural exchanges, disseminating research outcomes, and engaging with industries and the governments. Educational programs to help understand business with Japan better, and the Japanese language programs are very significant. Publications in print and through the web are impressive. Series of webinars conducted by MIJSC are very interesting. Japan and India are great friends and great partners. To address the various challenges that we both face, the need for cooperation between the two countries is much greater than ever before. I strongly believe that MIJSC can and should play an even greater role to strengthen the cooperation and ties between Japan and India. This Foundation Day is to celebrate the achievements of MIJSC over the past 8 years. I would like to stress that this is also the day to start a new phase for MIJSC to play an even greater role. I am confident in the future success of MIJSC in playing such a role. I will always stand ready to offer my strongest support for the success of MIJSC and for the expansion of cooperation between Japan and India. I thank you very much for your kind attention.
We thank Professor Terazawa for his long-term association with the center and also for laying the foundation for our thought leadership initiatives on energy and sustainability. The keynote is where ideas and action meet. This year, under the theme of India-Japan Business Connects, we hear from a leader who has built his career on bridging these two worlds and driving growth across borders. Our keynote speaker today is a leader who bridges India and Japan in both vision and action. With over 3 decades of experience in sales, marketing, and general management, he has spent a significant part of his career in Japan, working closely with Japanese industry and culture. As Managing Director of Hitachi Construction Machinery since 2015, and as Executive Officer at Hitachi Construction Machinery in Japan, he continues to drive growth and collaboration across borders. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Sandeep Singh to deliver the keynote address on India-Japan Business Connects.
Good afternoon to all of you. Thank you very much. It's my privilege to be here today, and would like to thank Mr. Saideep to invite me to come and share my experience. And I was just wondering that so many things have already been explained between India and Japan, and many of these things I will be repeating in my talk. But the reason I'm here today is to share my experience working with Japanese company for such a long time. How did I started working in Japanese company? What did I learn? And why I continue to work for so many years with Japanese company. The reason I'm sharing this because many of you young students would be aspiring to go for higher studies and must be thinking where to go, which country, because today there are many restrictions to go abroad. First of all, our country itself is very good for studies, but I am sure there are many other places where you can go and enhance your knowledge. But there's a lot, as you hear, happening between India and Japan for the last many years, but in the last few years, like 5 to 10 years, the engagement has increased manifold. So there are much larger opportunities for all of us. So first of all, I would like to thank Mr. Saideep and would like to congratulate them on their 8th foundation day of MIJSC. And I would like to congratulate and wish you all the best, because I didn't know there's so much happening in Bangalore between India and Japan. You are doing a wonderful job, and compliments to you. Also, Mr. Jaideep Sarkar, who has just shared his thoughts on MIJSC. I heard Professor Dinesh, right? And I was just sitting beside Professor Saurabh, right? So thank you very much. And students here, dignitaries, and I can see some of the people from Japan. So I am a mechanical engineer, born in a village, not a village, a tier 2 city in Punjab. You must have heard name of Bakhda Nangal, Nya Nangal. That is where I was born. Studied in local language, Punjabi, and aspired to be an engineer. Went to NIT Surat, Gujarat for an engineering. I did my mechanical engineering there, and way back in '82, joined Indian organization. Worked there for 2 years, and then joined first JV of Toyota Motor Corporation, which is DCM Toyota, way back in 1984. I worked with them for 9 years. We were selling commercial vehicle, medium commercial vehicle, Dyna. And my last posting was in Bangalore. That's how I landed in Bangalore. Came here in 1992. I was regional manager, DCM Toyota. Toyota withdrew out of our country, and then came back in 2008. During that period, I again worked with Indian company. And when they came back in 1998, I joined Toyota Kirloskar Motor, maybe as one of the first employees. Some of my colleagues are sitting here. So 98 to 2003, I worked, again left, again joined in 2003 and 2008. Until 2015, I was working with them. So 3 tenure with Toyota, and then I joined Hitachi Construction Machinery. At a leadership position, I was Deputy Managing Director in Toyota Kirloskar Motor, and then joined as a Managing Director in Tata Hitachi, which is the Indian arm of Hitachi Construction Machinery. Why am I saying all this? I don't know what happened. I kept on coming back to Japanese organization and Bangalore. These two things happened. And many times I introspect that why did I landed myself in Japanese organization. And I could see that there are 2 reasons. Today you can see that I can speak very well in English, but when I studied in school, there was no English in our school, right? And I used to speak in my local language. Then I went to the college, started speaking in Gujarati and English little bit, and then joined the corporate. I started my career selling tractors, so I never had to speak in English at that time. And I realized that, Sandeep, if you really want to grow, what will you do? Because English has become very, very important in our country. And When I landed in Japanese company, I said, it's not important here. Language is not important here. Right? So many times we wonder even in ourselves. So I want to share with students, don't worry. Language doesn't make a difference. And that's what Japan has proved. Even today or in my career, I have attended many meetings which are conducted in Japan and I am being translated in English. So that means that country is so nationalist that they don't leave their language. If you have been to Japan, it's a very different island in the world. It's a different world altogether, right? I have many Japanese friends sitting here, must be listening to me. This is my experience, right? And I realized this is a place where language is not a handicap. Language will not determine growing in my life, right? So that worked very well. So that was one of the reasons that, and the second thing is, I'm standing in a management institute, but Japanese companies are institute in itself, in their own. They work, they believe in educating, developing your personality, developing your skills on the job. We call OJT, on the job training. You need education, you need management education, but a lot depend on how do you learn in the organization. So that is very, very important. So I think these are the two big learnings which I had from a Japanese organization. There's so many other things which I will share. So as I started my career with Japan, I was very keen to study what Japan is. So I can't count, but I think I have been to Japan for more than 150 times in my professional career. I go there every alternate month. There has been a time when I have been visiting them every month. And very happy to say that today my younger son lives in Japan. He studied in Japan. And that's a big, I think, big development which happened in our family. And he went for studies in 2011 when Japan encountered tsunami, March 11, when tsunami, an earthquake came. And he actually joined during that year in the month of September. And me working in Japanese company, it was my job to go around and see many universities because I wanted my son to go to Japan. I have been to Nagoya University, Waseda University, then I landed up in Tohoku University where actually the earthquake and tsunami occurred. So that was in the month of May or June, immediately after 3 or 4 months of, maybe 5 months of earthquake. And so we decided to send our son. He did his engineering, master's, and now he's working in Japan, in Nagoya. So very happy. He's enjoying his stay in Japan. Good country. There was a time when language was a big handicap in conversing in Japan, but today there's no problem at all. Food was an issue. My vegetarian people used to have problems, so there's no problem at all in Japan. If I'm not wrong, there are more than 5,000 Indian restaurants, so people are welcoming there. Very simple life, nice country, and you will learn a lot. And similarly, they can also learn a lot. And that is why this center is here, where we are exchanging our learning and culture from each other. So Japan is a country which look in a very different manner towards any country. And I think there, as you have seen in many presentations, they have already identified India as a very strong partner because there are so many common things between India and Japan in terms of thought process, in terms of our ideology, in terms of many of our cultures. So I think that has brought us very near to each other. Obviously, a diplomatic relationship or political relationship. Our Prime Minister has been to Japan, I think, more than 8 times in the last 10 years. And so very strong collaboration between the industry, between people, political affiliation. So I think today we enjoy a very strong relationship with Japan. One of the first organization which came to Japan, that was Maruti Udyog in 1982. and today they are one of the largest selling automobile, and we all love that car. And they came in way back in 1982, and in the recent meeting, the managing director of Maruti Udyog committed that we are going to invest another 70,000 crore in India. So it's not a small amount. This shows that a big commitment towards India, and we have been just seeing that during our Honorable Prime Minister visit, and Japan has contributed much more investment into India. So these are, I think, very positive signs as with regard to collaboration with Japan and India, learning from each other, exchanging our culture so that we can strengthen our relationship between India and Japan. So if I look at the industry where I have been working, I have worked in automobile industry, and today I'm working with the construction equipment industry. And if I look at automobile industry, today you name any automobile company in Japan and they are here. Post Maruti introduction to our country, we have manufacturers like Toyota, which is one of the largest Japanese organization. They are here, they have manufacturing base. I've worked with them for 23 years. They are expanding here. You have Nissan here, you have Honda in scooter, in cars. And if I look at my own industry, construction equipment industry, we have Hitachi, Komatsu, Kobelco. It is not OEM manufacturers who are based here. They also bring the component manufacturers, the people who are making components, so that they can deliver quality product to customers. So we have today Denso, NSK, Sumitomo, Showa, Mitsubishi Electric, Asahi, Daikin and AC. You have Kawasaki, Kayaba, many companies today they have base in Japan. It's not only in automobile, they have expanded in other industry also. I will talk about that. But today look at, since the time Suzuki came into our country, whether it is motorcycles or cars, the whole industrial environment changed. You know, they brought in quality consciousness, they brought in skill to our people, and they also brought in discipline, meeting timeline, discipline, orderliness, cleanliness. And I think people who started working in Japanese organizations started learning all these things. And it is not only that, if you look at today, we have institute here today, Japan is involved with Indian industry in skill development. They are involved in developing infrastructure. They have collaborated with the Bombay corridor. They are developing corridor for train, which is bullet train, Shinkansen from Ahmedabad to Bombay, and many other infrastructure development programs. They are funding those programs. And they are also into electronics and semiconductors. They have gone into health. They have gone into sports in many ways. And metros. Today, if you look at most of the metro projects, they are being funded by Japan. So why they are investing in all these things? So my sense and my study shows Japan, when they enter into any country, they genuinely look at the development of that country, development of that people. Behind that, they feel if we develop this country and if we develop the skill level or develop the overall economic of this country, in this process, they will be able to expand their business. So it is not, they have a selfish interest, but selfish interest has a very, very positive objective in their mind. And that is why they start from the ground level, educating people, developing their personality, developing their skill in that particular job where they want them to work, whether it is automobile, whether it is semiconductor, whether it is health, whether it is, now they are investing a lot in a finance company, so they have already into a banking sector. So please look at the way they have entered into our country in every field and trying to train manpower or ecosystem around that. So what will happen in this process? We will develop our economy, we will develop our people. And the other thing where I think we need to expand is learning from each other. For that, the exchange of our students going to Japan, studying there, people going to Japan, working there, and similarly, Japanese coming here and working here is very, very important. And that is where I think MIJSC is playing a very, very important role. The other challenge what we have is employment generation, MSMEs. You will be surprised at how closely they are working with MSMEs. First of all, they brought in their MSMEs here, like I gave you the name of some of the suppliers. They have collaborated with the small companies here, started working with them, developing their people. And today you will be surprised that all those MSMEs have gradually expanded to big corporates, right? So that is another, I think, positive thing which we have seen. You will not see these kind of development with any other country, and that is one of my major experience. Technology transfer, very difficult to get technology transfer, but once they join hands, they will transfer the technology here. So there are many organizations, like I have seen JICA, Japan International Cooperation Agency, JIM, Japan India Institute of Manufacturing, where we have been employing people which have been funded by Japan in a factory. Culture, very important. Why India and Japan are connecting very well with each other? The most important is respect for people. We have huge respect for our parents, respect for our friends, and that is what you see in Japan culture. Discipline and work ethic. These are, I think, three things which I feel there's a lot of common area between India and Japan. Food, though we feel that Japanese food is very different, but there is one dish what they have, Japanese curry, which is as good as Indian curry. It has taken its birth from, it went to Britain, and from Britain it came to Japan. So again, it's a very, very important thing. People to people exchange. I have been working for the last more than 30 years with Japanese companies. The kind of bonds what you develop with Japanese people, they remain for lifetime. So they believe in lifetime relationship. I've worked with British organization, I've worked with Indian organization, but the kind of relationship what you develop with Japanese people are of very, very different nature. The major learning which I learned as a professional, you have heard all those names, Kaizen, continuous improvement. I think that is the biggest learning. Whether I worked with Toyota Kirloskar Motor or in Hitachi Construction Machinery, or you go to any company, they will talk about Kaizen. But the actual implementation, the learning of Kaizen, baby steps, small way of upgrading yourself on a daily basis is very, very important. Continuous improvement is very, very important. And that is something which I think you can learn by working in Japanese company. Lean thinking, eliminating muda, which is very small things, cleanliness, eliminating muda, improving your processes. That is another, I think, major learning what you get from Japanese company. Quality first. That is the most, safety and quality is the topmost priority in any Japanese company. And that is again, that is why we all love Japanese product. They are good in quality. And in the last few years, they have become very competitive because of the intense competition from China market or worldwide. They have improved their products and processes so much that they are now able to competitive in the most competitive environment. Long-term vision. They don't believe in short-term relationship. Wherever they see that the other partner is looking at short-term relationship, they will never join hands with them. And that is why today, if you look at Tata Hitachi, is more than 40 years old JV. You look at most of the JVs of Japanese company, barring one or two, their relationships are going on for the last many, many years. Consensus building. They do not believe in a particular personality in the organization. They believe in building consensus. And that is one of the most important reasons of their success, because they develop processes and they develop people along with that, but they also make sure that they implement those processes. And that has become very, very important part of their job. The other most important thing is PDCA cycle, plan, do, check, and action. In India, the planning time is very short. We take decision over a dinner or lunch or by just having a small discussion, and we believe that we are expert in this, and we will start our project. And I believe that is one of the reasons that many startups, what we are starting today, are not successful, because we don't believe in planning for a longer time, understanding your study, understanding your market, understanding the buying behavior of the customer, economics of your product, and see whether you are competitive in that product. So they spend a lot of time in planning. And they also look at how to implement that, do. So they do not believe in, since I'm working in organization, they don't believe in pan-India introduction, so they will take baby step, they will do a pilot run. They will also check whether their product is doing well, whether they're able to serve their customer, whether it is delivering what they wanted that product to deliver. So C is very, very important. But once they do PDC, their action is like a bullet. So then they go out in the market and they will serve their customer in a phased manner. And that is one of the reasons you will see that most of the Japanese products are doing very well in our country or anywhere else in the world. Sustainability and responsibility, I think, has already been explained. Civic responsibility, I think that is the most important thing what we have to learn from Japan. Japan, they don't believe in developing garbage or mucks. Everybody from childhood, they are being trained from school to take care of their own thing. So you won't see dustbins on road over there in Japan. You won't see dustbin. You will see that only at certain location where they're meant to be. You need to take care of your own garbage yourself and make sure that wherever you are living or wherever you are working, it is neat and clean. And I think that is the biggest learning what we have to learn from Japan. So I think some of these things which I have shared with you, these are small things, but they are very important things in our life. And you really need to introspect, you really need to believe in them. And my experience is, if you really want long-term relationship, if you're really looking for your skill development, if you're looking for developing your personality and sharing all that with your next generation, that is what which I feel I will do post my retirement is these are some of the important things what you can learn from Japan. So this is what I would like to share today. And I believe Indo-Japan relationship will get further strengthened, and the organization like MIJSC will play a very, very important role in this. And once again, I would like to thank you to invite me here and sharing my experience with all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Singh, for your keynote and for sharing your personal experiences on how welcoming is Japan to India, and also how Japan has shared its values and good habits with us. We now move to the next important segment of the Foundation Day, the release of MIJSC's new initiatives and publications. To begin, may I invite on stage Mr. Sandeep Singh, Managing Director, Hitachi Foundation, Professor Dinesh Kumar, Director in Charge, IIM Bangalore, Mr. Yoshikazu Yamada, Head Corporate Banking Department, Mizuho Bank, and our CEO, Saideep Rathnam as well, to join them. Studying India-Japan Connects, Volume 4, this monograph draws inspiration from webinars and seminars and explores themes in depth such as leadership, management, business, so we would like you to please stay. There are more. We would also like to release our 2025 edition of the MIJSC brochure, which provides an overview of our center's contemporary initiatives and progress. Our initiatives include advancing collaborative research, engaging with industry, supporting academic initiatives, and fostering society. We have more. May I request the same dignitaries to now launch a new initiative, Kizuna Sabha. A forum dedicated to advancing scholarship, knowledge exchange, and academic dialogue on all dimensions of India and Japan relations, spanning business, trade, technology, politics, and culture. Kizuna Sabha is already gaining significant momentum as we have received papers and articles from research scholars across the country, from Kashmir to Tamil Nadu, on topics ranging from agriculture and defense to trade partnerships between India and Japan. Thank you. Thank you very much. May I request our dignitaries to kindly take their seats. We're done with the photo. Thank you. We now move to the release of a seasonal newsletter, Akari. Mr. Kiran, General Manager, Toyota Kirloskar Motors. Professor Saurabh Mukherjee, Dean Faculty, IIM Bangalore. Mr. Nyota Nakadete, Senior Director, JETRO, Bangalore Branch. Mr. Nyota Nakadete, please. Yeah. To join us on stage and to release our newsletter, Akari, Volume 4, Issue 3. Akari is released in harmony with the seasons of Japan. This edition features a celebrated painting, Autumn Maples with poems by Tosa Mitsu, alongside stories and updates from our center's activities. We would also like to release our new initiative, Lean Agile Program. This hybrid course is designed for engineering and management faculty and students to build expertise in lean and agile practices with a strong focus on Scrum. Thank you, dignitaries. May I request you? Thank you. We now turn to the initiatives of a Japanese language, conversation, and culture program. May I invite on stage Ms. Reshma Baby from Toshiba Software, India. Mr. Karnath, Honorary Secretary of IJCCI-K, Indo-Japan Chamber of Commerce, Karnataka. Current. Please come. Mr. Current, sorry. And Ms. Ketki Namate from Linguapura. We'll be releasing the JLCC brochure 2025. Initiatives under the JLCC bring Japan closer to India by teaching both language and culture, equipping students and professionals for opportunities in Japan. We would also like to, if you may please be on stage. We would also like to release and launch our 2 new unique courses. First, the Hybrid Japanese Learners Program to learn foundational Japanese and expand their opportunities. And second, we'll be also releasing the Hybrid Conversational Japanese Program, which is designed to train students to converse in Japanese without learning the script. Thank you. Thank you. Finally, we come to our initiatives in the area of manufacturing management. May I invite on stage Mr. Shamant S. Nagaraj, Director, New and Emerging Business, Rakuten India Enterprise, Bangalore. Professor Mukta Kulkarni, Dean of Programs, IIM Bangalore. To release the updated brochure for our continuing initiative, Lean Manufacturing Practices. LMP is aimed at upskilling the faculty and students of engineering colleges and is envisioned to create manufacturing change leaders. LMP, we would also like to launch our initiative, Lean Manufacturing Transformation. LMT is designed for small and medium enterprises to transform the manufacturing paradigm. Thank you. If you may remain, we'll invite. I would like to invite, may I request all dignitaries who were called before to kindly step forward for a group photograph with publications. We complete the release of our center's initiatives and publications. Together, they reflect our growing role as a hub for India-Japan dialogue in business, culture, and academics. With that, we conclude the formal session of today's program. It is now time to celebrate through culture, the bridge that unites nations. This cultural evening is brought to you in association with the Indo-Japan Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Karnataka. This evening, we present a unique Indo-Japan classical music fusion. We are delighted to invite Hisai Suji-san. I would like to hand over this cultural evening with Ms. Savita-san.
Savita. I am from Indo-Japanese Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Karnataka. I am working with Karan-san and Anjana-san in IJCCI. So I wanted to share great news of today's cultural program. So we received a Cultural Day program message from the Embassy of Japan in India. So today's Foundation Day cultural event is included and recognized by Embassy of Japan in India under Japan Month program. This month is considered as the Indo-Japan Cultural Month. So they consider our event as a Japan Month program. So we are thankful for Embassy of Japan in India. So I would like to introduce our today's performers. Firstly, I would like to introduce Isae Tsuji-san. Isae Tsuji-san is learning Veena instrument under the guidance of Srimati Purnima Prasad from last 4 years. Purnima ma'am is also performing with her in today's program. She is graduated in art and design from MIJSC University in 1998. She has done masters in yoga from Shivananda International Vedanta Center, California in 2015. Hisaya-san has also done certificate course in singing bowl in India 2018 and in India 2020. She came to India in 2015. Hisae-san yokoso to today's program. Hi, dozo. So next, I would like to introduce Srimati Purnima Prasad. Srimati Purnima Prasad is an accomplished Veena artist and assistant professor in the Department of Commerce at New Horizon College and research scholar at Srinivas University, Bangalore. She has received Guru Shishya Parampara Award in 2012 at Gana Bharati Veena Sheshanna Bhavan, Mysore. Kalashri Award in 2023 by Sanchari Kala Parishad. Vartur Kala Vaibhav Award in 2024 by Swami Vivekananda Sports and Cultural Committee, Vartur, Bengaluru. Her unique blend of music and academics reflects her belief in holistic education and the harmony between art and knowledge. So, Purnima ma'am, welcome to today's program. And next, I would like to introduce Shamit Kalkur. Shamit is pursuing engineering at MS Ramaya University. He is learning Mridanga under the guidance of Vidwan K.U. Jayachandra Rao from last 12 years. He has started learning Japanese from last 3 months. Shamit. Finally, I would like to introduce our little boy, Siddhant Kalkur. Siddhant is studying in 8th grade, Silicon City School, Bangalore. He is learning flute from Vidwan Ravichandra Kulur from past 7 years. He is also learning Carnatic music from Vidushi Kanchana Shruti Ranjani from 3 years. So, Siddhant Sam. Thank you all.
Konbanwa Minasai. Just before my brother starts his performance, I'd like to tell a few words. So he'll be starting off his performance with a song, with a Japanese song named Always With Me from the movie Spirited Away. Following that, he'll be presenting a Carnatic classical kriti known as Shobillu Saptaswara, composed by Saint Tyagaraja. Saint Tyagaraja is one of the he actually lived during the 18th century, and is believed to be one of the trinities of Indian Carnatic classical music, having composed nearly 24,000 songs or kritis during his time. Basically, the song that he'll be presenting is a kriti. So a kriti is basically a musical composition known for its lyrical and melodical depth. And following that, he'll be concluding the performance or presentation with a song which has also a name called Tilana. Tilana is basically a vibrant rhythmic composition that brings joy and energy to the performance. Thank you. He'll be starting off with this performance.
I request everyone to give a big round of applause to our artist for giving such a nice music today. Thank you so much, all the artists today. I would like to invite Hisaya-san on the stage, and Purnima madam, and Shamit-san and Siddhant-san to be on the stage. I would like to invite Yoshikazu Yamada-san, head of Mizuho Bank India, to give a small token of appreciation to all the participants, the artists. Thank you so much, Yamada-san. So I would like to invite on stage Saideep sir and Karan-san, Anjana-san and Soumya-san for the group photo with our artists.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the close of this memorable evening of the 8th Foundation Day of India-Japan Study, Mizuho India-Japan Study Center, it is my pleasure and privilege to be offering the vote of thanks to all those who are here and who have been working behind the scene. First and foremost, of course, my heartfelt gratitude to all the distinguished guests who have gathered here from industry, from academia, and from the government, who have taken time to be with us this afternoon, and whether in person, as we see here, or whether virtually, as you saw earlier, your presence has added immense value to and meaning to today's occasion. Thank you. A special word of thanks to our guest speakers, Mr. Sandeep Singh and Professor Terazawa, who joined us virtually, who have shared their insights and wisdom in such a generous fashion. Your perspectives have inspired us and enriched the dialogue between the two countries, India and Japan. We are also very grateful for the presence of our partners from Mizuho Bank, Yamada-san, BPL Medical Technologies, Mr. Sunil Khorana and Mr. Ajay Jindal, as well as Toshiba Software, Reshma-san, for being with us during this event, as well as being with us for the past 8 years of our journey. Thank you. The presence of the JETRO team is always encouraging, and thank you, Nakadate-san, sorry, and for being here today. You have taken time off from your very busy schedule. We are grateful to IIM Bangalore's leadership team, who have always been here, the director, the dean faculty, the dean admin, the dean programs. They have always been encouraging us and giving us all the support over all these years. And also to the students and the faculty members who form actually the heart of IIM Bangalore, and you are all here. Thank you for your active participation and also your enthusiastic support to MIJSC. Of course, behind every successful event, there are many, many invisible hands. And I would like to acknowledge the MOOCs team, who helped us to make that nice milestone video from our records that beautifully captured our journey over the last 12 months. The printing team for ensuring our publications have reached us in time. As usual, of course, we give them the material at the last minute, so they were able to help us to make that ready just in time for this event. My heartfelt thanks to the Japanese Veena player, Suji-san, whose music touched our hearts and reminded us of the power of culture and cultural exchange in strengthening the bonds between the two countries. And of course, the young team and the teachers' presence made all the difference to make this a truly India-Japan fusion event. Thank you. And of course, my deepest appreciation is to the MIJSC team itself, the energy and the spirit behind today's celebrations. We have Emmanuel, who is our young and dynamic master of ceremonies or MC, who kept this event moving smoothly throughout its period. Prabha, Akshay, Anandi, our dedicated research associates, whose work on various projects is shaping the center's future. And of course, Soumya, truly the Woman Friday of the center, who keeps everything running smoothly behind the scene with grace and efficiency. Without all of your hard work, none of this would have been possible. So thank you. And finally, to each one of you present here today, thank you for your time and encouragement and being part of this journey. I'm sure that all this will be the beginning of our relationship over the next few years. You're all young, you're trying to, and I think you got some flavor of what all you can do in your career post your studies here. The number 8, as we said earlier, symbolizes prosperity and growth. And with your continued support, we are confident that MIJSC will move into the next chapter with renewed energy and greater purpose. On that note, I once again thank you all and warmly invite you to join for a cup of tea next door. And have a wonderful evening ahead. And again, arigato gozaimasu, dhanyavad, and thank you.